Morning everybody, 2nd of September and another day in my daily diaries of how I look after my wife with Parkinson's and dementia. Yesterday was again another very strange one with Angie at the day centre. When I went to pick her up, 3:15ish, they said she'd had her eyes closed and was asleep most of the day. They kept, getting to her and trying to get her eyes open and that, getting a bit more involved. But they said, yesterday she seemed very, very off. She didn't eat all her dinner. She only ate half of it, but she ate the sweet afterwards. So again, that's another. I'm going to ring the doctors this morning. Just tell them, that I'm getting a bit concerned now where she's not eating as much. Maybe, see what they can give her, some energy drinks or something, or prescribe, or let me know, and I'll speak to Jackie, the Parkinson's nurse, as well. In fact, I might leave her a message first and then ring the doctors, because the doctors will only want to say, right, we'll make an appointment, come in to see us. And okay, in fact, I'll speak to Jackie first, I think. She's more involved, and she can actually get things done and prescribed and sent over to the doctors anyway. Because you get to doctors and it can be a bit of a heartache, can't it? You got to wait for 2 weeks or whatever for an appointment, or you've got to start ringing up every morning at 8 o'clock. So yeah, I'll speak to Jackie first, I think, now I've mentioned it. See what she says. Cause last night I give her, for a tea, I give her a soup actually, which was like a broth. It was only like a can of soup, but she did eat it all eventually. I fed it to her on a spoon because it was like very watery, as well as little lumps of veg in it. So at least she got that down. But then that was it. I mean, she's not even having a sweet of an evening anymore, which she used to love. Come 9 o'clock, 9:30, always had ice cream and cake, or ice cream and something, or just a slice of something or other, but always. But when I go shopping now, I don't bother buying them, because every night I ask, because there's always something in. If she says yeah, I can always, give her something, but she's not, because by that time she's like not even fit for answering questions now, with the sun down in. At that time, she's really giving it what for, and I can hear her now in the bedroom. I've given her 8 o'clock tablets, and she's really, noisy and fidgety, and legs are going. She's been at it pretty much during the night, but mainly just loud noises, which obviously keeps waking me up. Again, I didn't go to bed till about 1:30 again, but like I've said before, once Angie's in bed and she goes quiet and I know she's gone to sleep, I get like a calmness comes over me, and I'm using that then as a bit of a chill time, so. But obviously, at some point, I'm going to need a good sleep, which is where this respite's going to come in. So I can't wait for Friday. Now, I got a message yesterday off somebody, actually a friend, an old sort of family friend. We've known him since he was a child. And he's got married not recently, but his missus is a carer, professional carer. And he sent a name of some care home over this side. What she's dug out and found for us. So I appreciate that. I might ring them today. I might just send them an email first. Have a look at it online and just send them an email. Well, I might ring if I get a chance. Because I said I wasn't going to bother now till after I spoke to Macmillan Nurse on Friday. But I will do that one. with her finding it and sending it over for her. She's, you know, she said a look at it, it's supposed to be all right. So yeah, I'll do that. But yeah, going back to Angie's today, then when I picked her up, like the lady in the care home, I forgot her name. Oh, look who's here, he's here, and she sort of looks at that, you know, like a wide-eyed looking at me, as if to look to me as though she was trying to recognise me. And also, and then smile come on. You know, that's the first time I've noticed that. You know, I might be wrong. It might be wrong. It might have just been some other look, but that was the first thing that came across my mind. So yeah, I hope I'm wrong on that one. And then we went to her sister's as we usually do for our brew and just a bit of a catch up. But she wasn't conversating. She couldn't conversate. And Marilyn and her chap, I think they got more of an idea of how she is as well now. When I keep saying to people, you don't see the real Angie, what she's like now. When we go out or people come, you know, we're in the cafe and that's her at her best. But like when we was over at Marilyn's, you know, having our brew, we could say I had to carry her from the wheelchair to the dining table, and she kept leaning to one side and nearly falling off. Marilyn kept pushing her back, and then she's you know, and she was doing all like small bits of the sundowning, you know. But this is like, you know, 4 o'clock, 4:30. Yeah, I know. So I don't know what that. And they brought her home and they give her a tea, washed and got her in her pyjamas. But that was a mission, should we say? Getting her washed and in her pyjamas. I'm not going into detail, but it was a mission, should we say? And got her. The time I'd done and got everything done, and got another lot of washing on, and I got my shower. It was gone 9 again. And I went in, and she was on the settee, but she slid right down, and she was half hanging off, and she was red hot again. So I got the cold pad out the freezer, propped her up a little bit, and sat, you know, put that behind her back. And Angie, come on, let's get you to bed. No, I didn't ask her. I just said, let's get you to bed. Come on. No, so then I give her a nighttime tablets. Then it's only about 9:30. Again, a right struggle. And Karen at the day centre yesterday said they struggled giving her 2 tablets at 12 o'clock. She really struggled with it. So again, so I'll have to mention that to Jackie, the Parkinson's nurse, and whether Angie likes it or not, I think she's going to have to go with the liquid. But I don't know how many of the tablets can be liquidised. I'm not sure. You know, because some of the tablets are not. Some of them are prescribed by the memory clinic, aren't they? And then others are just, you know, I think there's one for the. I don't know. There's a couple that's, you know, not Parkinson's or dementia related that she's on. So I'm not sure, but I'll have to ask. So maybe I do have to speak to the doctors on that one. Maybe I do. Yeah, today I'm waiting for a call off the people delivering these rails. Somebody phoned me yesterday just to confirm, you know, we'll drop them off tomorrow. Will somebody be in? I said, oh yeah, definitely. So I just don't want them to turn up because Angie's still in bed. You know, the carer's coming, getting her up this morning, as they do Tuesdays and Wednesdays and Fridays. So we'll see. You know, so once she comes and gets Angie up, and I'm gonna, instead of giving Angie a normal porridge and fruit this morning, I'm gonna do a boiled egg, but sort of a soft boiled egg, but mash it up in a plate with some butter, so it's nice and soft and easy, you know, for her to swallow. I might try a piece of bread with it, just try something different, rather than trying to force all this porridge. And because the porridge she has now, it's in a little packet. You know, she doesn't have the normal loose porridge where I can put a little bit. She she stopped having that. I had to get this flavoured stuff, which I don't particularly like or approve of that sort of food, you know. But I have organic porridge oats. But anyway, you know, at this stage, is it that important anymore? You know, there's a list of do's and don'ts. You know what she can and can't eat with Parkinson's, but it doesn't really matter now, does it? You give her what she wants now. I watched a video yesterday of a woman that just lost her father. He didn't die of Parkinson's, but he died because of, you know, things that came from it. But he'd had it for 20 years, and then got the dementia side to it. You know, so on the dementia side, and she just explained. She actually wrote a poem. If I can, I'll find it in a bit, and if I'm able, I'll just post it out here anyway, so you can have a look at it. It gives you an inkling again. It's this disease. It's horrible. It really is, and it does not talked about either. I know I keep going about this, but it's not talked about enough. You know, because it's all right. The dementia is bad enough, and you hear about Alzheimer's and all that, but you don't hear about the Parkinson's dementia. It's always just Alzheimer's, and you very rarely hear about Parkinson's. And it's a massive, massive degenerative disease. You know, it doesn't matter if you give into it, it'll take you straight away. If you fight it, you can hold it off a bit, but it doesn't matter how hard you fight it, it'll get you eventually. It will get you eventually, but you've got to fight it to hold it off. And it's like, but it's not mentioned enough. It's not mentioned enough for me. I don't know what can I do. I'll have to get on a mission at some point, and I don't know. You know, you see these people that do stuff, and then all of a sudden you see them on chatting about it on breakfast telly. You know, I don't know. My mind's just wandering now. I think I need to do something, you know, to make it more aware. I know people know, but it's the same old thing that people just think Parkinson's, it's a tremor and a shuffle. You know, I know I've said it before, but it's a damn sight more than that. It's a damn sight more. You know, I wish it was only just a tremor and a shuffle, and and a bit of a slurred speech. I wish that's all it was. You know, that's right. Okay, right. I'm not being bearer of damn. I'll be damned today. So all that. So if these people come early enough with these bed rails, I think I'll get us out, because it looks like it's going to be a nice day. It's Tuesday, so yeah, I might get us out, and then I might drop the hint and have a chat about whether she fancies going to the day centre 3 days as well, see what she says to that. Yeah, and use some of these units up that the council, social workers granted me. They don't make it all free, but you know, I still have to pay towards it. But at least it's not, you know, £500,000 an hour like a lot of them are. You know, so yeah, I might mention it to her today and see what she said. Just start mentioning it a couple of times, like I did with the respite thing. Yeah, okay. So I'll wait for this phone call coming now, and I'll do another one tomorrow. So again, as usual, I'll try and post this video on first as well, and it's when I've done this. So try and catch hold of that. Don't just think I've just done the one today. So again, forward these on, especially this video that I'm talking about. You can forward that one on if you will, and just forward mine on as well, please. And press your like buttons and follow me and subscribe and do all the usuals, please. Try and get my followers total up. I don't know what I'm on. I'm not far off 3,000, I think now, thereabouts. So let's try and get to 3,000 if I can. All right, thanks for watching and thanks for listening. Thanks for lending me your ears, and I'll do another one tomorrow. So as per usual, you take care now. Bye.